In Britain in the 19th century, workers' lives were transformed. Weaving was no longer done at home but in factories, on machines still operated by hand and foot. Now, work was controlled by a new invention, punch cards that automated production patterns repeated over and over again. Then came steam. Conditions were transformed by relentless noise and danger. Workers had become merely the extension of machines.
Whilst the engine runs, the people must work. Men, women and children are yoked together with iron and steam to the machine, which knows no weariness.
Everywhere, extraordinary inventiveness contrasted with oppressive working conditions. Dust and fumes choked factories and poisoned workers.
They had children cleaning in here at 6-year-old. They really should have been 10, but they got them in younger. Started at 5 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, and if they were late, they got fined.
Spreading across the Western world, factories transformed the landscape, smothering crowded cities with smoke and grime. Writers described the effect in Britain.
A half-frightful scene covered over with furnaces, rolling mills, steam engines and sooty men. At night, the whole region burns like a volcano spitting fire.
The wretched dwellings of the poor are scattered haphazard around them. From this foul drain, the greatest stream of human industry flows over to fertilize the whole world. From this filthy sewer, pure gold flows.
From the exploitation of factory workers emerged a struggle for trades unions. These helped gain political representation and new rights for working men, women, and children. The linchpin of industrialization was steel manufacture, now about to be transformed. Traditional methods of casting were replaced by the industrial magic of Henry Bessemer's new process.
Out came a volcanic eruption of such dazzling coruscations as had never been seen before. When combustion had expended all its fury, most wonderful of all, the result was steel.
With tough, cheap steel, nations could build railways and mass-produce guns. They could reach further and hit harder than ever before. Around the world, industrialization altered the balance of power. The first regions to industrialize dominated the rest. Heavy industry centralized power. In the American Civil War, the industrial northern states defeated the agricultural South. In Japan, the industrial South helped modernize the whole country. In 1875, A young Japanese businessman noted,
"We needed industry to attain the goal of becoming a rich nation."
Newly industrialized, Japan became the strongest power in the Orient. Around the world, the victims of industrialization, the workers, increasingly shared its benefits. A cycle of prosperity linked mass production, rising wages, and growing demand for manufactured goods. Washing machines and sewing machines changed people's lives. The camera arrived to record accelerating social change. Popular newspapers, advertising of mass-made products, the motor car. At the end of the century, still photographs began to move. In 1898, the Lumiere brothers, with their first motion picture camera, filmed a steam train arriving at a station. A fitting and moving image of a century in which the world had been transformed by the machine.